Souvenir programs here. Season 4 finale, Addendum. Let's get right to it. So let's go. What I should have done last time on my Season 4 finale is actually showed you the insides, which I will do now. This scorecard is Cleveland Indians versus the Baltimore Orioles in Scottsdale, 1958. This one here is the same exact scorecard, but it's against the San Francisco Giants, which I've shown you before. This one here I've shown you before, but I think I will open it up again just so I can show you one of the names in the Orioles section, which relates to the one we're looking at right now. Now I'll give you a close-up. Your 1958 Cleveland Indians Spring Training Program. My dad has over a dozen of these guys' autographs, whether it's on the scorecard we're looking at or in an autograph book. Now we'll take a look at the Orioles. Your Baltimore Orioles. My dad's got a half dozen autographs of these guys. And the back. Great cartoon. Swing, smack, crack. And the front. Did I say it? Yeah, I did. I'll say it again. So let's go. In no particular order, but we'll start with Bob Avila. First Mexican-born player to play in an all-star game, and the first to win a batting championship. 1954 AL batting champ. He did that with a broken thumb. 1954 Sporting News Player of the Year. First Mexican MLB Super Star. Joe Durham, Baltimore Oriole. First black to start a game for the Baltimore Orioles in franchise history, and also the first player to homer. I should say first black player. I did a story on Joe. Held by legend, signed by heroes. Dick Brown, Cleveland Indian. Not listed. Second season with the Indians. Caught for 6 Hall of Fame pitchers. In high school, he caught for Herb Score and also dated Herb's sister. His career and life cut short due to a brain tumor. Died at the age of 35. No doubt a rare autograph. J.W. Porter, Cleveland Indian. J.W. doesn't stand for anything. He is not listed on this scorecard. His only season as an Indian. He had just joined the team. Him and Larry Doby were the first interracial roommates in MLB history. He would eat 24 eggs before each game. Named one of the 10 greatest characters in Detroit Tigers history, even though he was never a starter for the team. Rocky Colavito, first AL outfielder to complete a season with a perfect field percentage. Hit 4 consecutive home runs in a 9-inning game. First Indian with back-to-back 40-plus home run seasons. Voted most popular Indian and should be in the Hall of Fame. Gary Gager, Cleveland Indian. First spring training in the big leagues. He made the Indians team as a backup outfielder, was traded to the Red Sox in 1959. Fred Hatfield, Cleveland Indian, nicknamed Scrap Iron. His last season in the big leagues. He was always tops in the AL for being hit by pitch. Preston Ward, signed Press. Not listed. First base as an Indian. Went into the Brooklyn farm system at 16 years old in 1944. Made his MLB debut in 1948. Was drafted in 1949 by the St. Louis Bombers of the Basketball Association of America. Was traded along with Roger Maris. Speaking of Mr. Roger Maris, held the AL single-season home run record for over 60 years. Back-to-back AL MVP. This would be his second spring training with the Indians and would be traded in June. Carroll Hardy, rookie, not listed. Played 1 season with the San Francisco 49ers. First and only player ever to pinch hit for Ted Williams. Played in the East-West Shrine Game and was MVP of the Hula Bowl. Just out of the Army when he joined the Indians. Larry Doby. Came to the Orioles from the White Sox in December of 1957 and would be traded to Cleveland before the start of the 1958 season. He signed the scorecard as a member of the Orioles. I only found one photo of Larry in an Orioles uniform. First black signed in the American League, 1947. First black to go straight from the Negro Leagues to the Major Leagues. First black to win a World Series. First black to hit a home run in a World Series. First AL player in an All-Star game. I should say first black player. First black to hit a home run in an All-Star game. First black to lead league in home runs. First black to lead a league in slugging average. First black to have a white roommate. That was Jay Porter. Larry finished his career with San Diego Padres in the PCL, where he broke his ankle sliding into third base. He was 35 years old. Carl Thomas, Cleveland Indian, not listed. Pitcher, played 4 games with the Indians. Played in the 1955 Pan Am Games with Team USA. They lost to the Dominican Republic, took silver. This was one of the names that gave me trouble, but I found it. I found it when I looked into the 1958. When I looked into this 1958 program. His name is Bert Barth, not listed, but he is listed in this 1958 Giants scorecard that I showed you. This was his second spring with the Orioles. He never made the bigs. This is the one I thought I knew. I thought that was Billy Lowe's, but he doesn't sign like that, so I have no idea who this is. And I've tried looking on the scorecards and trying matching it up, and he's probably one of those guys who was not listed. Cal McClish, Cleveland pitcher, MLB debut 1944 with the Brooklyn Dodgers. He was an All-Star in 1959 and earned a save in that game. This season, 1958, he would go 16-8, and he set an MLB record for 16 consecutive road wins between 1958 and 1959 seasons. Billy Harrell, signed Bill Harrell. 1946, he was the first black player invited to play in the Hearst Sandlot Classic, a baseball game that showcases amateur players that were selected nationally and was attended by big league scouts. This was a full year before Jackie Robinson integrated MLB. Billy was 16 at the time. He also played in the same classic in 1947. Chico Carrasquel from Venezuela. 1951, he was the first Latin player to start in an All-Star game. He beat out the reigning MVP Phil Rizzuto for the start at shortstop, then proceeded to break Rizzuto's MLB record of 53 games without an error. That record stood for almost 20 years. And we'll wrap it up with Minnie Minoso. First Afro-Latino to play in MLB. First black to play for the White Sox. This scorecard here helped me figure out some of the names. There's that guy I couldn't figure out, but I found him, Bert Barth. Yeah, see, there's a Billy Lowe's, but no, he doesn't sign his B in Billy like that. Bummer. That'd be a nice autograph to have. I'll show you the Giants, 1958, spring training. No Willie McCovey yet. So now I showed all my dad's stuff. I was going to start a new channel, but I decided just to keep this channel going and just call it More Souvenir Programs here. And that way it won't confuse my family. Everything will be on one channel. But the first 150 episodes were pretty much just documenting my dad's collection. From now on, I'll put out a video every once in a while. Show some kind of different stuff you haven't seen. Do some more autograph shows. So, hope you enjoy. Happy New Year. Peace. Souvenir Programs here.